Good day, students, faculty, and staff of Flat Rock Middle School. My name is Drea Lewis, and I'm the owner of Dream of Drea, a multifaceted production company and artist engagement firm. I'm grateful to be a part of your Black History Gallery, and I'm happy to share my journey with you. So I'm from Albany, Georgia, and my experience growing up has been fantastic with great teachers to push me forward. I have had several incredible moments, especially as a middle schooler. I think that's when it really got going. For example, as a sixth grader, I served as a page in the Georgia legislature. I was then sometime later admitted into the Beta Club. I was a part of the band, and that's where I began playing clarinet. And the band I was in was selected to travel to Walt Disney World, and we played there. I remember being a part of the Georgia Knowledge Bowl. That was when I was in eighth grade, and we made it up to the point that we competed on Georgia Public Broadcasting, which was a great experience. I don't remember winning, but I remember the excitement of being on camera and competing on that Knowledge Bowl. See, in high school, I was in some extracurricular activities as I was in Beta Club, I was on the dance line, I played in concert and symphonic bands, I played clarinet and I played bass clarinet. I went to All-State on bass. I was in the Marine Corps honor band, and I worked as well as kept up with my grades. I remember I took all of the maths available. I particularly loved math. I never made less than maybe a 95 in any math that I've taken, because I loved it that much. And I'll get back to loving math shortly. But I worked. I started working when I was 15 years old. My first job was at a grocery store, and I was the buggy collector because I wasn't old enough to work a cash register. But when I turned 16, I worked the cash register, and I thought I was doing something because I was at the cash register. But after I graduated from high school, I was accepted into Georgia Tech. Actually, I had early acceptance into Georgia Tech, and I studied computer engineering, and I didn't stay as a computer engineering. In fact, my senior year of graduating from Georgia Tech, I changed majors. But that was a full experience. And but so far, I had a great time as far as education, moving up from elementary to middle, high school, and college. I see another question on this questionnaire. Do I believe I had the same resources? When you're in the middle of it, you don't really know. I certainly wasn't comparing myself to any students around the state, but I know I made the best use of what I had. So, in addition to having my studies, I stayed at the library a lot. I love the library. It's one of my favorite spaces to go as a child, even as an adult. I still love going to the library. So, I definitely made the most out of the resources I had. I even went to Auburn University for their minority uh, engineering program. That was when I finished my 11th grade year, going into my 12th grade year. So I just really made the best out of any opportunity that was sent to me. Uh, Now, going to Georgia Tech, why did I go there? This is one of the questions. So I wanted to stay in my home state, Georgia, and knowing that Georgia Tech is one of the top schools, I went there because really my dad said that I was really smart as an engineer. And the thing is, I didn't know what that meant. I just know that it must mean something because people are saying, yeah, you're kind of smart. Why don't you go study that? But I've never seen anyone at that time work as an engineer. So I went and studied that. And like I said, I changed my major my senior year. I just didn't see a purpose for me fulfilling once I graduated, was I going to be happy as a computer engineer? I don't think so. So I changed it to a major that was more arts based. Georgia Tech has an arts side that, if you're interested in going to Georgia Tech, I highly recommend you check out that program. The name of my major was Science, Technology, and Culture, and that doesn't exist anymore because they have transitioned to what's called um, computational media, in which they examine how the human experience can be made better based on technological resources. So check out Georgia Tech if you have the aptitude to go through all that testing and you're still fine with it. But Georgia Tech is a great place. That's where I went to. My major, I said, well, my major is, do you think your college of choice prepared you for success? Yes, because Georgia Tech is that place where they throw everything at you and they expect for you to figure it out. So even in those times where I wasn't given all of what I thought I should have been given to complete an assignment, but best believe I needed to go figure it out, whether I needed to go and talk to somebody or I needed to go and get some particular resource, whatever the case may be. Georgia Tech fully prepared me to handle whatever comes my way. And I still take that philosophy today. How did I react when President Obama was elected? Oh, I cried. I cried because it was something that I never uh had seen. And when he was elected, I remember a song called My President is Black. And I felt that wholly. I still feel that. I still consider President Obama to be my president at this very moment. But I support the current president in office, and hopefully our country will become better. Let's see. How did I react when Vice President Kamala Harris was elected? I was ecstatic. Again, something that I had never seen before in my life. To see her standing there, and at that time, I remember she had on this gorgeous white suit, and she just looked regal, and she spoke with poise. And I just thought that it was an amazing accomplishment to witness this first vice president of the United States. And also being that I am a member of Delta Sigma Theta and she is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha, I think that it's great to have a sister Greek in that position. Let's see, the way that African Americans are being treated by law enforcement, it depends on what area you're in. I'm in Albany at times. I'm also in Atlanta. My business, Dream of Drea, is based in Atlanta. So knowing those two communities and knowing uh, a number of officers who work in both my hometown and in Atlanta, I know that the treatment of African Americans can get tense if there isn't a relationship between the police officers, law enforcement, and the communities that they serve. So I have not witnessed an injustice to the point that I have seen via watching the news that has happened. But I know it exists because it's so many cases of that in place. But my concern is that there needs to be more of a relationship building. And if there's any opportunity that you can connect with your fellow police officers in that community, or even to let them know that, hey, we want some better outreach so that you can get to know us and we can get to know you. Do I believe I've had a good life in America? Absolutely. I'm still growing. Still a lot of life to live, but so far, all of the choices I've made, I believe, has been for my best, and I'm still growing to become a great artist. Um, I've been able to live in New York City as I went to graduate school for acting. Oh, and getting back to that mathematical part. So I wrote a book, The Mathematics of Acting. Remember, I said that I love math so much. The Mathematics of Acting is a book that has been recognized by Johns Hopkins University as a great tool for actor training. It has allowed me to do master acting workshops, master classes in partnership with the Kennedy Center. I'm also a Kennedy Center award-winning director, and I have worked at Paramount. In so much, my love of math really connected me with Tom Hanks. In fact, when I first started on my journey as an artist, my first job where I received money, a W-2 was at Paramount. And I let Tom Hanks know what I was doing as far as my thesis, because at that time I was about to get my master's degree, and he was just so interested about the title, The Mathematics of Acting. He told me about his experience of working on projects like Polar Express, in which it requires computer scientists to be able to capture feelings and put that in a position where when you're watching as an audience member, you're able to connect with that character, but that's all through facial capture and you recognizing that as an actual symbol. So I love math even to this day. When I work with students or artists who want to pursue careers uh, in my industry of film and theater, I always go back to math because math is something that is always objective. I can always count on particular steps that I need to take to get me to a particular feeling or connection with my scene partner or my audience in general. So, have I had a good life? I believe so. And I'm still making the best choices I can to make it best for myself and my daughter. So, yeah, I'm so happy again to have been a part of your Black History Project. If you want to connect with me, you can reach me on all social media networks. I am at Dream of Drea across all platforms. I also have a podcast called Hyphens Haven, in which we work with professional artists and they share their paths to success. So if you want to be not just an actor, if you want to be a director, a producer, a writer, you want to work behind the scenes. I just recently interviewed the president of IATSE, which are the group of people that help make things happen on a film set. He's the president and he can share his path to success. So if you're interested in working in any form of entertainment, follow us on Hyphens Haven across all podcasting platforms. I'm also on YouTube. And of course, dreamofdrea.com. My name is Drea Lewis. Thank you again for this opportunity and happy Black History Month.